station, everybody, because we've got the great Herminio! Reyes Jr. is in the house. Good to see you, man.
What up? Is your boy Herm here once again. Sunday. Happy Sunday to everybody. Sunday, relaxing. Hopefully it's a fun Sunday fun day for most of you. Always enjoy doing these videos, doing these live streams with you guys, talking to you guys on the stream, and always. And of course, today we're doing the final. Well, you know what? I think I should bring someone in before I even talk about what we bring. I think so. All right, man. So, without further ado, the great TM Nerdy, my co-host. What is going on, my man? Whatever that is.
Haitian.
Is it windy in your apartment? Or you're like,
I wish. I freaking wish. Just be like,
yeah, this heat wave is
holding down my little kilt. Just.
Yeah, it's a hot one this summer. Whoo, it's a hot one, man. Yeah. So yeah, man. So today we're here to talk about Loki season 6, the finale. Well, season 6. What? Season 1, episode 6.
Man, like we just went through the timeline, and now we're on season 6. I don't know about you all, but like we're on season 6, so you guys need a lot of watching to catch up to where we're at right now.
So you guys got to pause this, wait years, then come back in your time machine. I mean, so yeah, man. So yeah, season 1 finale of Loki. We're getting what 2 or 3 more after this. They announced 2 more seasons or something like that after, and I thought this was it started with a bang. It showed a lot what people were thinking before, even months ago, before the season started. You know what I mean? What we all thought, but they take some twists and turns and make you think otherwise. But then eventually go right back to what we thought. Not exactly, but that's what we're here to discuss. That.
I just want to point out too, the last episode, episode 5. Remember how Yellow Jacket's helmet was there? Well, It's being confirmed now that Yellow Jacket's coming back, so that wasn't just there for no reason. So he's coming back.
The Easter eggs, they just throw a lot of them in there to have like the hardcore comic book people be like, "Oh, I know that. You know, because you have different kind of people. You have the casual fans that just watch movies and shows and love the MCU, and then you have the ones that the comic book guys that everything bores them, so you got to distract them some other ways. You know what I mean? I've seen this in a comic before. Oh, they did this. You know what I mean? So that's what Easter eggs. And this episode had a lot of that too. I mean, not as much as the last one, but there was a lot in there. I mean, I couldn't get it all, you know, because I don't know if I'm that smart, but you know, that's why we're here to discuss it with everybody. You know, anybody saw anything we didn't see, you could tell us in the comment. You know, in the comments
and
below,
I'm not a big Marvel reader, so I didn't any Easter eggs that are like in comic books I don't get reference to, right? So
yeah, but it's still exciting for everybody. You don't have to know every Easter egg. You might spot something from just MCU movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you watched all of them, you know what I mean?
Like even the beginning was a new entrance, like a new theme, and they were like playing certain like key moments and that in the MCU, like Wakanda Forever, I Can Do This All Day. I know. That's when Cap was fighting Cap.
So movies,
And they had a lot in there, not from just that, like from freaking Iron Man 2, like is like Black Widow saying like to Happy, like, is that how you can punch? Like that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they had moments from that. They had moments from even the shows. There's a couple of moments in there from the shows if you catch it. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna rewind and watch it again, rewind and watch it. Probably a lot of people do that so they could catch everything.
Yeah, I just caught what I could. Like it goes by so fast. You can only your ears can only pick up on like certain key moments.
And then you're gonna pick up on your favorite moments too. If you could hear your favorite moments or something you remember. Oh yeah. And then there's other ones that you probably forgot about that you probably if you rewatch, you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was, you know what I mean? And
because that Black Widow scene when with Happy, that's like pretty much our first introduction to Black Widow in the MCU was that scene. Like she was like in that fighting ring and that, and then Happy throws a punch and then she knocks him down, right? That's when we first get introduced to her.
Yeah. So before we get to that, of course, if you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ding that bell for notification for future videos so you get wonderful videos like this one with me in my channel. And of course, my partner, TM Nerdy, he has a channel too. You know what I'm saying?
I do?
You do? The links are in the description in the box below. Damn, I messed it up yet again. But you know, you guys know me. Of course, spoiler alert. I forget to do this on the show all the time, but there will be a lot of spoilers. We might spoil the show. We might talk about Black Widow a little bit after. Might spoil that. So if you haven't seen any of it, go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Go watch it. Watch it on the rewind. Or if you don't mind, there you go. At least we told you, spoiler alert. You know, I always forget to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad. And before we get to all that, we got a few things happening in the world. Do you want to do that, or you want to acknowledge the chats real quick?
You can acknowledge the chat. Let's get to the chat first.
Let's go, man. They've been waiting 8 minutes. They're like, man, you guys haven't started yet. You know what I mean? But of course, first Fargate, Bruce, my other co-host for my monthly show, Station, my man, Station. Hopefully, later on, after we discuss, he'll come in and tell us what he thinks about Loki and Black Widow.
Who knows? We may have not just some backlog bros, but some other people, some other YouTubers around this community that might pop in at the end as well.
Yes, sir. We also have Eric, the Stash, Durans, Station, my man. Thanks for joining us. Who else is up in here? Brother Joe.
The real American
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching home. Let's get ready to rumble. There'll be some more of that in our show coming next month. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Yeah, Perry's up in the house. Perry, what's up, my man? Station. Shane, Station, my man.
Thanks for subbing up to me. He just subbed up to me just like moments ago. So thank you to that, Station.
Okay, Station. I know because Shane could be a lady or a guy. I wasn't sure. You know what I mean? So Station. You know what I mean? But it is a guy, right? Okay, Station. Next up, Maria Reyes. Thanks, son. Thanks. Station to her. Aggressively relaxing. Station, my man. Station. All right. So I'll throw this out here, and of course we have a few things happening before we get right to it. You know, we don't want to take too long because we have a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? But yeah. You wanna get started, or you want me to go?
I just want to point out Shane's a dude.
Okay. So next up, you had a chance before. Now we passed that. You know what I mean? Shane, dude, apologize. Station. But keep on keeping on. So you got a few things going on before I do. So you want to talk about it?
Yeah. Well, tomorrow night I'll be recording with C-List E-Man. If you don't know who that is, go check out his channel. we'll be recording, and it'll drop on Saturday at 7 p.m. East or 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Eastern. I'll be dropping my top 3 picks for comic coming out July 28th. So we'll be running down those, and I'll be running through why I picked those as my top 3. So make sure to catch that on this coming Saturday at 7 a.m. Eastern. You guys will probably just not watch it at that time. So just check it out later on. I'll probably share it with a few people and that. And then check out this Tuesday. I'll be dropping a Kickstarter review for a Kickstarter that's just dropping that day. I read 3 issues of this Kickstarter called Detonator, and it'll be dropping this Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. So you want to check that out. And then, of course, Whiplash Wednesdays. I'm always over with the Blame Phable show with Phable, of course. Phable the Fabulous. And him and I will be inviting some people on. We won't have any guests this week, so feel free to jump on if you have some stuff to show off, or if you're at your LCS, jump on and show us what you're picking up. And that's the whole thing. It's just pretty much a huge show and tell with the community. Then after that, TikTok, I got talky for chatting with the comic community, episode 13. And this was a lot of fun. A little bit different, but I've always wanted to sit down. Me and Talkie have been friends for a while, but we never talked one-on-one, so I really enjoyed sitting down and talking with him. And then, of course, after my show is Nick Comic Culture. He'll be dropping his haul video. Either he'll be doing a haul, show you what he has at his shop and what Cadets Comics has. Shout out Cadets Comics. Or he'll be showing you what he picked up at the safety of his own home. Maybe his daughter may show up and show you what kind of art she's been doing, what kind of comics she's creating. Who knows? If we ask Nick nice enough, maybe that'll eventually happen on his channel. Then after that, catch Big Herm Collectibles. Yeah, that guy sitting beside me. And Sam from Sam's Tangled Web, also known as Sam Osborne. They'll be talking about, what are you guys going to be talking about?
We're going to be talking about some Nick Spencer again. Everybody's favorite. Yay!
Yeah.
So I might as well give myself some Nick Spencer. We're gonna cover issues 58 through I think 66. We might go a little, depends on how it goes, because a few of those issues, not a lot happens the first few of those issues of 58 through 61. So we might keep going after that, but we're trying to catch up to the current run, because Nick Spencer's run ends at 74, issue 74. So we want to be there for the end and the beginning of the new run with all the new creators. So I can't wait to get to that. And what else is happening, TM? You want me to take it from here, or you want to keep going?
Well, Chamorro Cinema is going to be talking with Ryo Prime as his co-host. They're going to be talking about what you're geeking about. And they'll be talking about toys, collectibles, cards, whatever. And you never know who's going to be up on that panel. So make sure to check it out. And he's always, always ending the night strong for Whiplash Wednesdays. Take it away, Big Herm.
I enjoyed tomorrow's show last time, because there was a lot of hold my beer moments. You know what I mean? But all of them, wait, let me show this. Yeah, wait, no, I'm done. And then like, no, I got something over here. You know what I mean? That Robbie comes in and he has to outdo everyone. We
were pulling out everything, man, that night. I just pulled out, I don't even know what I pulled out. Like, I had my Punisher figure, I had some Todd McFarlane figures from Corpse Bride, my Bubba Hotep. But like, the one thing that surprised the frig out of me that just made me drop was Missing Link when he brought out the Warriors Virtue figure. So shout out to Missing Link. His birthday was July 15th. He's a fellow Cancer like me. We're close in age, so we're like soul brothers, man. We're soul brothers.
So I don't know, that just made me laugh. But yeah, of course, Whiplash Wednesday is always fun. We always have a ball doing that, and of course, after that, we get the good hangover, like I call it, and I have a call show that I usually do the next day for July 14th, July 21st. I'm in the past now. July 21st, haul. I'll do it the next day, July 22nd, 4 p.m. is usually when I do it. Show off my little haul and all that, and we also have a whole lot of fun. And then, like, of course, there's other stuff. I'm gonna plug the other stuff, the future stuff. After this, maybe after the break or whatever. But I do want to plug our show next week that we're finally gonna do. That finally, yay! Finally, we're gonna cover the Spawn Companion Grand Finale, which has so many different times and so many postponements and all that. This time, next week, there's no show to cover, so we probably just finish off the companion. You know what I mean? See how long we take. If we have a little time, we just talk about some news after that or whatever. But I'm excited because I finally want to talk about that.
Yeah, because it's been like what, a month? We finished it a month ago. Like.
Yeah, I would probably have to do a reread of those issues just to like remember, at least the bulk of it.
Just look through it, probably like sponge back in.
So yeah, man. I guess I thought he was gone forever, but our bin guy, who requests the shirts, is back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's funny because weren't we just talking about him last night when we were talking?
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So you scared him away. I actually had a shirt that I did want to show last time.
Well, did you bring a good shirt this time? All I have is like, look, I'll even take out the headphones and full frontal. You gotta make sure that it's full screen too, without his name there too, because he wants full screen.
Cadets Comics.
Screening up for you, Apex.
All right, and then my shirt I showed before. I had another shirt before, but it's in the laundry now. But oh man, I was trying to get up. Right there, Marvel. I don't know who Marvel is, but
Marvel is a character from Supergirl.
Oh, cool. You know what I'm saying? Marvel. I tried to stand and my whole setup here almost fell.
Well, actually, Marvel is from the Legion of Superheroes, but who's really paying attention?
And yeah, Shane, I'm a dude. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's a good name. It's a good name. I know a couple of Shanes that are girls, so I was just like, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be forever the dude that didn't know. You know what I mean? He comes like
it's just we're gonna be like Station Shane the dude.
You some TM nerdy guy plugging some stuff up in here.
Well, when I was plugged C-List E-Man, I said I was gonna be on his channel. I dropped the link at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Sheena's in the house. Station. No idea what's going on. I'm here for Maria. Yeah. The show is already off the rails. I put it off the rails. It's yeah. I have no idea.
I know she's probably has it on mute because she has not seen Loki yet.
Oh, okay. It's good that she had it on mute because this was a cluster, train wreck, like Wolf likes to say, and it's a bot. It's a bot. Okay. But,
no, it's not a bot because a bot cannot determine if to say station in some chats and not station in others. If you look, Apet says station. And then when I said, not today, FBI, and blank my screen, a bot cannot laugh or say LOL. So Apet is not a bot. Just, yeah.
Station, ran Looney Tune. But, JT is an AI and he could do all that. So, but he's an Android, I guess.
Yeah, but he's an AI, not a bot.
Oh, that's true. He's not a bot.
So maybe Apets could be an AI, but he can't be a bot.
Yeah, so I guess that's the housekeeping. We're done with the housekeeping and all that. For now, we got a few things to talk about later, but I'll talk about that a little later. What happened? Oh, chop and drop. I was like, what am I dropping? Station. Station. All right, man. So finally we're here. We're talking about Loki.
Dude, we've
Season 1,
always been
episode
here.
6.
It just took them to get to this moment in time that we're at.
Yeah. 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 So this is us here, who here, we here, whoever's here, here, whatever. Sister Joe says she loves you guys. Sister Joe, station. So yeah, so I enjoyed this episode so much. Like never had an episode here where the people are sitting down and I'm enjoying every minute of it. Um the whole thing, I'm not gonna say everything now because I want to go through it and talk, have that talk. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. I saw a lot good in it. I'm satisfied. I love the show. What this show opens up of what we thought, and that I'll leave it there till we start going through the episode. What did you take from this episode? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I enjoyed it. This is definitely going to, it is a must watch for future MCU viewers. Like they have to watch this to it sets up a lot. I'm just gonna say that.
It really does, and I just like, you have a ball when you watch stuff like this, and now your imagination runs wild when you see a lot of things in here. But we're gonna get to the episode where, of course, the episode starts with all this time warp happening and what we talked about earlier, all the sound effects and all that, and then you see timeline and you see like people talking about stuff throughout the MCU and all that. So of course, we talked about that earlier, so we don't have to mention too much of that now. But lines of many movies, some show, and then towards the end there were lines that wasn't even in the movies. There was line that historic figures and all that. They like doing this. They did a lot of this throughout all the episodes of the MCU and Disney Plus, but more this season in Loki than anything. They use everything historic.
Yeah.
It has to do with time. I guess that's why they did it. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, it's just amazing. Like it just like because we get the reveal right away in this episode because like it somewhat we get them. It starts off with like it going through the timeline and then it goes to Loki and Sylvie standing there at the doorway, pretty much ready to go in. And as soon as they enter, who greets them?
Miss Minutes. Hi, y'all.
Minutes.
And it's just like this Miss Minutes, you can tell she's more serious than ever. I mean, though she's all playful all the time. You know what I mean? And she goes in there, the door opens and she's like, hi, yo, I have a deal. And they're like, deal from whom? And he who remains. And we're like, oh, he's finally getting there. You know what I mean? He getting you hyped to see who it is. And, they don't waste too much time, but she tries to talk to them, tries to manipulate them into having one last time to, promising both Lokis happiness and all that. And while she's doing it, you see Loki, and then you see her like, and then like in the background, you hear some of the music from the first episode where they're showing her, showing him, Mobius showing him the death of he's looking at the death of his mom, and that music that was playing there played while he was looking at her. I recognize it because I played that episode a couple of times when we were doing the show weeks ago, and I was like, ooh, I recognize that. You know what I mean? And then I actually went and looked, to research music. I forgot the lady's name already. She's a composer and all that. She's pretty good. But did you notice that music, or I'm just I'm being
from the end game where the dance between Cap and Peggy.
Do they have that in that one too? They had in that one too. All right. But I was thinking more of Loki. And that's what he was thinking. So I think maybe that's what he was thinking. He was thinking the possibility of him going back to his mom. Because I think that really hurt him. You know what I mean? But quickly, both of them look at each other and they both agree right away. You know what I mean? Nah, we good. You know what I mean? uh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like we write our own destiny is what they said. You know, both of them at the same time. So they don't having that. So that Miss Minute thing didn't work. So they go through the Miss Minutes, and then anything you want to say before I go back to the office of the Renslayer, or
No.
I've covered it right. So yeah, so Miss Minutes ends up for going from where she's at to the office, and she's like, "You're late," and she's like, "Yeah, I was taking care of something," you know, in other words, of course. And then you know, right here, you already know that Miss Minutes, for whatever reason, can't be in two places at once, and I thought that was pretty interesting. Did you think that, or I'm just being Herm again?
Oh, it's just I just thought she's not just multiple AI. She's a single AI, like JT, and she
Like
can only work
JT.
as one. So it's interesting. I love this. I knew that they're going to play back in the TVA because I was just like, they can't just leave that open, and it plays a crucial part in the finale too, because I'm just going to say Renslayer kind of changes it at the end. And how she's looking for files, and Miss Minutes comes in and says like, "Oh, here," like she's like, "Oh, do you have the files I need?" And then she's like, "Yeah, here." This is like, it's not what I asked for. No, but I think he wanted you to have this information. So
Yeah, it's
I
almost like
really enjoyed that.
she's still being controlled by the guy. She want answers, and you could tell she's not digging that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's pretty interesting for that. So she already has her head scrambling, and then of course they go back to the house, and you know, they go back to where they were going. No, they don't go back, but we go back to the scene where the Lokis are walking through, and they go into to uh this this could I don't know what you call those, like a hallway, literally a hallway in the middle of the house of the cathedral at the end of time. That's all it is, a cathedral at the end of time. And they look at it and you see all these uh, statues and all that. The statues of the timekeeper. There's three of them there and one broken. You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking, oh, there probably was a fourth one. You know what I mean? Because I think in comics there was a fourth one. And I thought that was pretty intriguing. Were you thinking that with all the rubble and all that? Not looking around, you just keep looking.
No, I was more like waiting for the reveal, and we get it like right in the scene, like right away. We get this, like it's like within like the first 10 minutes,
Yeah,
we get
yep,
the
yep.
reveal of who's he who
Yeah,
remains.
he who remains. Yeah, so they go through this room, and then that's what you see. I forgot exactly um what they say, but you see an elevator opening, and you see the actor that plays King the Conqueror is here. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. But do you remember his name?
I'm bad with names.
Yeah, so am I, man. I'm hoping you remembered, but but what was his name? Somebody in the chats, let me know. Uh, but you saw it was him. You know what I'm saying? I'm here like hyped because a lot of people didn't think he was gonna show up in the show. You know what I mean? He was gonna show up in here. Yeah, in my mind, I'm already like, oh, King the Conqueror right there. And I understand like he's wearing a different outfit. You know what I mean? Of the other guy, which name that I can't remember right now. It always happens when I start these shows. But what you were thinking when you first saw him just pop up out of nowhere?
I was like, I didn't expect Kang, but this is not Kang, I guess. But I didn't expect to see Kang standing
It's
there
the
because I know
actor.
you want to be playing.
It's the actor who
It's the
plays it.
actor, but
Yep.
it's
Up. It's him. You know what I'm saying?
okay. That's like saying a Loki is a Loki. That this Loki is the same as the Loki in the MCU. a different character altogether.
Well, we'll get to that later. All I know is the actor that plays Kang, the Conqueror, is in the show. A lot of people didn't see that. You know what I mean? People wanted that, and they were trying to predict it, like, oh, they're not gonna do this. They won't do this. They don't do this on just the show. We didn't get Mephisto, whatever you want to call him. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting this. You know what I mean? And boom, we got him. You know what I'm saying? One major actor from a movie that we haven't seen yet because it's in the future. You know what I'm saying? It's in the show. Whether you agree it's a whatever it is, it's a version of Kang to me, and that's what I was thinking. I was hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like, what more could you want? And a lot of people who is probably wrong will probably do that. Well, it's not really him. It's not, yeah. But I'm just excited that we finally saw that, and he's in the elevator. You know what I mean? And I just love that whole confrontation with the elevator. You know what I mean? And what do you think about the whole confrontation, and what do you get out of it?
No, he's just sitting there relaxed. Like, yeah, I can hear you.
It's like you're doing the bit a couple of times. I don't know if that's in my end or your end.
No, my internet is.
Oh, okay. That's why, like, I'm like, what? I'm like, no. So I finally remember the name. His name is Jonathan Myers, right? That's his name. But yeah, so you see the guy in the elevator. You know what I mean? He's in there. He has an apple. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's supposed to be the forbidden apple, like Adam and Eve or something like that, but he has the apple and he's like,
no, I find like he's just doesn't really care. Like he's just so laid back he can just eat that apple and just.
But there's a reason why he's like that. He'll explain it a little bit later. But of course, oh boy. You keep breaking up, so I'm just gonna keep going and just chime in whatever I say or whatever, you know. But of course, in the elevator you have Loki going, "You're just a man," you know what I mean? He's looking at him, and then not just a, and then I think he says, while he's eating the apple, he's like, "Don't tell me you're disappointed," and then she's like. No, she's like, no, just a little. Now it's easier to kill you. And she attempts to kill him, and then he just disappears. He's like, poof, poof, poof. And then he ends up laying down in the back of the elevator like this freaking, how did a couch get in there? You know what I mean? And yeah, I love that whole scene with that in the elevator as he pulls out of the elevator. And yeah, so technical difficulty. TM has been pruned. Sleepy, what's up, man? JT Station, my man. Just say hi to you guys a little bit, real quick. Trying to see if TM comes back. You're back. How many fingers do I have?
7.
You're back. That's good. You're doing good. Yeah, so how much of that did you catch?
All of it.
Okay, so the elevator scene, you know, I thought it was awesome. Of course, we know why he was able to do that, because Sylvie tries to kill him there. He's like, la, 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 poof, poof. You know what I mean? So I pretty much love that whole scene. And before we get to the next scene, you have anything to add to that?
Nope.
All right. We're moving along. So Mobius ends up knocking, he goes knock, knock on Renslayer's door, you know what I mean? And she looks like she's there, she's getting ready to bounce. You know what I mean? And Renslayer like throws a kind of a fake apology kind of thing. And then he's like, well, you know, why you do this and all that. And then like before it ends there, because the conversation continues. You see B-15, and
yes,
and she. What was that?
I have no idea.
What? Are you playing something over there?
No.
What?
An ad just popped up.
What?
An ad just popped up.
Really? I didn't see anything on my end. Wow, this show is really getting. they put Wi-Fi on Cocoa.
Yeah, not very good Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So well, where was I up to? Oh yeah, you see B-15 in Ohio, and you see Renslayer as a teacher. And before you see that, of course, you see all the soldiers looking for them, because before, like, Renslayer tried to call them, and Mobius was like, oh, they're not gonna be coming. You know what I mean? And that's because B-15 was there to show one of the guys the Renslayer as a teacher. So he figured that out through pen. But I thought that was pretty interesting. So I'm guessing they're gonna call the whole team and tell them about the Renslayer. You know what I mean? And after that, of course, you got anything to add to that scene?
No.
All right, you going to add? You want to keep talking, or you're all right?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just hot, so I'm just listening, man.
All right, so it goes back to the office. No, it goes back to Kang's office. So now they're sitting down. You know what I mean? And Sylvie tries to kill Kang again, because they start talking and all that, and she believes that he's a liar. Oh, you're a liar. And he's trying to explain to them that, he knew exactly where all of them were going to do before they got there. You know what I mean? He knew that's the reason why he was able to dodge everything. You know what I'm saying? And as they talk, and she doesn't believe him, they start thinking, you know what I mean, of everything that's happening, and he quickly tries to distract and tells Sylvie, you think you could trust Loki? Because he sees that Sylvie cannot, she has trust issues more than anybody. And of course, Loki is a Loki. He lies a lot. So the whole thing continues, and it stops there while you think you could be trusted happens. And then, of course, it goes back to the Renslayer and Mobius, and they start talking a lot, and Mobius starts telling her why you did this to me. You know what I mean? Why? And she's like, I had no choice. I did it because, what I forgot exactly what she said, but Mobius was pretty much trying to guilt trip her into, like, why she betrayed him. And then that's when she jumps up and goes, you betrayed me. I looked out for you and all that. And then like she was doing him a favor with lying to him and all that. You know what I mean? And of course, her mind's all screwed up already, because she's already thinking like she couldn't get these files and all that. And she obviously cares about Mobius, but she cares more of the mission than anything. So her head is all scrambled, and he's like, she's ready to leave. He's like, where you going? He brings out the thing to prune her, and she's like, you got no chance to get me. You know what I mean? And then he goes, let's see. She takes him up quick. He falls to the floor. She takes the prune thing, and he's like, just finishing me off. You know what I mean? Just finish me off. And then of course, she was like, nah, I'm good. Not like those words, but I try to personalize it myself. And then he's like, where you going? And she's like, I'm gonna see what to find free will. Because Mobius tells her, you can't take away people's free will. Because she was believing in He Who Remains, which is Kang. She believes, and still believes in what he's saying. So I'm wondering who she's gonna look for. Is she like looking for her own
Well,
thing?
that's why like it goes back to like the beginning where um, Miss Minutes comes in and gives her like this thing to read. Hugh Remains gave her information, so like that's what she's doing. She's leaving, and she's going to do something which will come back at the end, and she'll eventually change things, in my opinion.
Um, yeah. So I'm good. Of course, that the last we see her, that's probably in the new season. We'll get to see more of her. But they got to keep something open. You know what I mean? So yeah, that happens, and then of course they go back to the office where they start talking more, and then they ask Kang, "What are you afraid of?" He starts. I think this is when he start explaining why he's there and why he did everything. You know what I'm saying? Or was that before? But I know like he starts explaining. You know, he's one
Yeah, he
version of
starts
himself.
explaining it. Yeah, it's him pretty much explaining it the whole time. Just how he started that he's like there once was a brilliant scientist, and that the very first variant, and then he ended up finding out about the multiverse, and that he goes through that and how there was a war because all of them want to, and then he says the scientist, the very first variant, ends up finding this beast and ends up taming it, and that's when they're like, oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
the guy that pretty much started the multiverse, like figured out the multiverse, is the guy who is sitting right there.
yeah. Because he also explains in the beginning where there were other versions of him, and they at first there was a lot of peace. And I love how he's explaining it. I think he was fantastic in this episode. He's explaining it. He throws a little sarcasm in there, or here and there jabs of sarcasm, which is his delivery was awesome. And so yeah, he's explaining like, yeah, we were friends, kind of like they were being fake, like, yeah, how you doing, that kind of thing. But of course, like you said, they started battling and not getting along, and then with all that, he decided he's gonna put an end to all the multiverse like that, and just one solid multiverse. That's why you see the solid line in the TVA. You know what I mean? And have that in control. Which Loki is like, oh, but you're wrong and all that. And Sylvie, I forgot what she yells at him, but um she yells at him something, and he's like, oh, you to talk. You know what I mean? Murderer. And he's like, murderer. And he says it mad loud in her face. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, he throws it right back at them. Like we're all villains here. We're all villains here.
we're all villains. We're all
Yeah.
villains. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not just a villain. He's just villains not always super bad. You know what I mean? They just he feels like he's doing it for a purpose, and he has to do what you have to do to get it right by all means necessary, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then there goes that whole saying again. And yeah, that's pretty much was it. And Sylvie wasn't having it because she was like, how about me and my little? It was more about her than anything at that moment. You know what I mean? She's still
Yeah, she
angry for
wanted
what they did to her.
revenge. She wanted revenge. This has like been her goal throughout her life. That she wanted, like since she was a kid, she wanted revenge. That's been her life goal.
She can't seem to get over that because now he tells them, "I'm gonna give this to you. You guys were the only one, not only one Loki, but it was two Lokis that made it all the way up to him, kind of like a video game when you make it up to the boss. They're the
Yeah, and
ones
I'm,
that
I'm
did it."
wondering, I'm wondering if there was more than one time that this has all happened. Maybe like to a point where like, and Miss Minutes was always there at the end saying like, just to see if they're worthy in that, and then gets zapped back to their time. Like that was like Miss Minutes being kind of like a test, even though he knew that they were. It was like a final test, like a Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory, except the chocolate, you'll be running an empire. You'll be running the multiverse.
Yeah, and he gives him the offer again. And what you said, you wondering if it happened before? When you see the Renslayer put down her cup, they keep showing those rings that Mobius created for all those times, and you keep thinking maybe, you know, there were more times that something like this happened. They just seem to like get to the boss. You know what I mean? And like you said, but yeah. So he explains to them, and Sylvie's like, why? He's like, cause I'm tired. I've been doing this for so many years. So many years. I'm done. You know what I mean? I don't want to do this anymore. I'd rather not have you two take over. You know what I mean? And Sylvie's not having. She's like, you liar. You know, she still don't. Maybe she is believing, but she's so revenge in her head that she's not thinking. And of course, the scene happens where she starts attacking him, and then Loki brings her away. You know what I mean? Tries to talk to her, but like, yeah. You know, why? And you know, as they start arguing, she's like, why can't we agree? You know, we're in a pickle right here. And then he goes, cause you don't trust, and I am a liar. You know what I mean? That's when she goes, we're in a pickle. And then they have that big battle they have, which is pretty cool. And all that. They start shuffling it around. She eventually takes him down with the little enchantment. And as she goes to attack him, you know, I call him Kang, whichever version he is. She goes to
He
attack
who
him.
remains.
She goes to attack him, and of course, Loki ends up putting getting right in front of her. The knife is at his neck. I was like, how the hell was she able to stop the knife from going through? And then like he again starts talking to her. You know, he understands everything. I was that revenge guy too, but you know, we don't have to do it this way. Let's stop and think about this. And you know, and he's showing her how much he cares. And then she gets a little touchy and all that, drops the weapon and all that, gives him a kiss. The kiss, you know, he kisses herself. He kisses
It's like,
himself.
yeah, that's kind of like a little weird because, like, is it incest? Is it? They're not like even brother or sister. That it's them. It's just like you keep saying that the He Who Remains is Kang. Could you imagine this guy and Kang kissing? It's the same thing.
Pretty much, you're kissing yourself. You know what I mean? So he's like, I just want you to be safe. You know, I just want you to be okay. He's like, this is where I'm different. And then kicks him through the portal, and he kicks him back to the TVA. He ends up there. And then, of course, she goes right to him. And then not much is said. And he tells her, you know, okay, see you soon. Because he told him earlier, you know what I mean? He could they could either choose to do that or kill him and he gets resurrected. The multiverse would explode. You know, we'll go all over the place. There'll be a million worse versions of me, variants of me, and then you guys got to deal with it. You know what I mean? So pretty much, and then Sylvie kills him, and that's exactly what happened. And pretty much, that's what she did. She ended up the one that did all this.
This is where it comes back, because like Renslayer does something that changes the outcome in the TVA now, because Loki is already back at the TVA before Sylvie kills him. So something happened at the TVA long before Sylvie killed him. So I'm thinking Renslayer changed things by the orders of He Who Remains. Because when it goes back, it shows the multiverse kind of splitting off, and then it goes. But I'm not sure. Like, what do we do now? Like, there's nothing to do, and that it's happening in real time. And then Loki is running up to Mobius and B-15.
Well,
Bingo.
There you go, Big 15, finally. Yeah, but, you know, of course, it shows him, because, of course, he says what he says. No, he's like, see you soon. So I'm like, oh, shit. And he kind of whispers that when at the end of the scene, I think was it the fourth or fifth episode where she slices the head of one of the droids and all that. There's a scene in there, and it says whispers. I remember hearing that the second time I saw that one, and I was like, oh shit, he said it again. That had to be him already knowing that was gonna happen. You know what I mean? And then you see him sitting down, and then after that you see Loki sitting down, heartbroken. And he gets up, he gets an idea, and he goes to the TVA, and it's like nobody's stopping him. It's just like they're doing their own thing.
Yeah,
It's
like
like they don't know who he is.
Already at the TVA, and there's the timeline is screwed up. They're talking about waves and stuff. That's why everybody's running in that, and then he runs up to Mobius and B-15, and they don't know who he is. So this is where I'm talking about. Where I think Renslayer did something to the TVA long before they changed it, because Loki was already at the TVA before he was dead. So I think Renslayer went back, like, because we all know that He Who Remains gave her information, and that's where she was going when she fought with Mobius. Wondering if that moment in time that she goes back, that's when everything switches at the TVA.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he always seems like he has a backup plan. He thinks ahead of everybody. So I guess that could have happened exactly the way you said.
Because like now we have the head, we have Kang up there, monumental.
But
or
before that happens, when you see Loki talking to them, and he's telling them he changed everything. Yeah. And then you see both Mobius and B-15 like, what is he talking about? And then they call for help. That's when you see
it's like, are you an analyst?
Loki
like, who
looking.
are you? Like, yeah, who are you? You're an analyst? Like, what? Who are you? And then he's just like freaking out. And then you see Loki looking out in the past, and then look out into the distant, and then it turns.
It's literally Kang with his original suit. You know what I mean? The Kang suit. Looking there, and he's by himself. He's literally, he used to be 3. Now it's the Kang part. So it's just like.
I still think, Renslayer went and did something. And that's why that's
You might be happened. Right. You're right. We'll find out season 2, because the movie, this directs to the Doctor Strange movie, which is coming out February of 2023. So I bet we're going to get another season before that.
And I'm just saying this, the only reason I have these theories and stuff is because this kind of plays into like Infinite or Crisis on Infinite Earths, having this multiple multiverse now. And now, if you think about it, everything's connected. Like, if they wanted to, they could say, oh, now Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is now connected into this world. Because they said that it wasn't. Animations weren't. You guys want Daredevil back? We got Daredevil back from the Netflix series. We got Luke Cage back from the Netflix series, if they want to do that, because everything is now connected in the Marvel universe.
Pretty much. This is why they did it, to open up the multiverse. The X-Men, where they've been, Fantastic Four, where they've been, they could just throw all that in there somehow. However they want to do it. They open it up in this episode, you know?
Yeah, and they could even play off of that, because Kang is a distant relative of Reed Richards, and Reed Richards was a scientist just like them. At first, I thought they were talking about Reed Richards when he said that there was a scientist who found the multiverse, but then he said the first scientist ended up figuring out that you can. So I was like, oh, he was talking about himself figuring out the multiverse. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah, man. So of course, I guess we can go to the ratings part. You know what I mean? Anything else you want to add before we start rating? And all that. So anybody in the chats, out of 5 backlogs, what you think about this episode? You know what I mean? What you think about everything? We're gonna rank it now. I'll go. If you want to go first, I'll go first. You know, of course, you probably already know I'm gonna give it a 5.0 because it gave me everything I wanted. You know what I mean? It gave me the actor for Kang the Conqueror, which I'm always forgetting his name. I said it earlier and I already forgot his name, but you know how I am. It gave me, like, you literally had time with him. They give you enough time with him, but he sat down. I thought he was fantastic on the role, being sarcastic and all that, and showing that he was tired. Even though the Lokis thought he was completely lying and all that, he was completely lying. A lot of it was the truth. You know what I mean? He might have a backup plan. He didn't tell him that, like you were just talking about Renslayer. But I just loved it. I loved the question mark that the at the end with the Loki, nobody knowing who he is, setting up for the next episode. And I appreciate this episode. 5 backlogs. What do you give it? 5.2. 5.2. What?
I give it 2 backlogs.
You give it 2 backlogs? I thought you said you liked it.
I did. I'm just kidding. I give it 5 backlogs.
5 time.
I enjoyed it. I liked how they play with the character. Like, this is going to introduce, like, we're going to see this character popping up in various different versions of himself. Of course, he's going to be playing Kang.
It said thought Kang was related to Doom. I guess a future Kang or something like that.
No, it's Nathaniel Richards, just like Stefan says.
Mm-hmm. His name is. Okay. I think TM needs his AC fixed.
I do. Like, I'm kind of like.
Fargate gives it a 3.5 out of 5. Kang was too goofy. What? He was awesome. What do you want him to be too serious? You know what I mean? It's the MCU. They are gonna be a little comedic. They're gonna be people sometimes. They're not gonna be robot. I understand in the comics he's more robotic, but I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? TVA out of what? TVA clock out of clock. Bobby De La Ghetto. Is that 5 out of 5? Is that 5 o'clock on there? That's what it looks like. I figured it out, right? That's what it is, Bobby. Station, hardcore station, Bobby. Missing Link, give it 4 out of 5 for me. It was a smidge underwhelming compared to the episode 5 Journey into the Mystery. Still a very solid episode that moved a lot of pieces. Yeah, man. That's still good. 4 out of 5 for Eric. Pretty good, but not perfect. Not setup. Okay, you know what I mean? JT said, "Put the T sucks, sucker. Put the T sucker." He knew what I was doing while I was doing that. I knew somebody would get it. Five time, sucker. Can come back in many ways with different attitudes and temperaments. Yeah, man. It's like you said, there might be worse Kangs than even him. He probably the cool one. There might be complete jerk assholes, excuse my language, but
and this is the thing. This is funny. Like, I don't think we're gonna get like Kang, like the main Kang, the Conqueror, until Ant-Man and
but what does that mean?
I think we're gonna have the same actor, but playing various versions of Kang, but being like Ramatut, or like I heard that there was like this Ramatut type character. Like, I'm just going off by what people have said because I don't know the characters. But I've heard that there's various versions of Kang, and there was a council of Kangs at once. So
yeah, there is a council of Kang. You're right.
So like, I wonder if like we're gonna get the introduction. It's gonna be like a whisper of the most vicious Kang out there, and that's Kang the Conqueror. We're gonna get variations or variants of Kang throughout the MCU.
Oh, Ant-Man 3. You're right.
Yeah. Because the main big bag, like, we're not going to see him until Quantumania, and I think that's when we're going to actually get the introduction to him, and like, because hence the name Quantumania, like, they're going to end up bringing him into it. This is another like example of how sometimes heroes screw it up and bring something dangerous back. Ultron, just saying, like. Try to do good, but end up doing bad anyway.
Yeah, man. But regardless, that's Kang. You know what I mean? We got him. Where there's a different version of him and all that, but you might be right. We get in the real one in the movie. But you know what? We get him pretty soon because that's a couple of years from now. Thanos, we waited like 10 years for him. You know what I mean? 10, 11 years before we got Thanos. So
yeah, exactly. Like we only got like glimpse of him and like a little bit of glimpse of him, and like he was already cast like for 10 years and he didn't get to fulfill his role. So I can see them doing the same thing with Kang, but in a different way, like having fun with it. Who knows if it's going to be the same?
We already saw a version of him more
Yeah.
than a few clips, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Mr. Link said he'll probably be more cold and serious in Ant-Man 3. Yeah, like he said it in the thing. You might get a worse version of me. Because I like when he was explaining to them. People call me you know, a conqueror, you know what I mean, a leader or whatever it is, a jerk, you know what I mean? So at least we get a version of him in this. Like if people who wanted to see him, they saw him. Like you dealing with variants this whole thing. Like what else do you want, man? You know what I mean? You gotta wait for the movie. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna give you everything all there. And there's a season 2 before maybe any of these movies come out, because I think he'll be in Ant-Man 3. That comes out before Doctor Strange or after. Anybody who knows, let me know. I forgot.
I heard that doesn't come out until 2023.
Doctor Strange, I think, comes out February 2023. When does Ant-Man come out? Like same thing? I'm pretty sure they'll be close.
2023 is 2 years away. Doctor Strange is coming soon.
Well, technically, February 2023 is kind of less than, like I guess, like a year, not a full 2 years though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not February, a full 2 years, but.
Well, this year we're like almost more than halfway done this year, but still, that's pretty cool. We're gonna get a whole line of movies anyway, and the other shows set up more for the other movies, so we're good, and we're gonna have more shows coming too. So.
Yeah, I think the show Loki season 2 will be here before even Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're probably setting up for their own show, and then that show is gonna set up for movies. You know what I mean? So and then we have all these other shows, so we're not gonna miss a beat. What if it's next, and then like the Hawkeye shows up? So we're gonna be busy.
Yeah, man. Like it's coming to that point in time, especially after this, that we can, like I said, like the sky's the limit now. With this that happened, like multiversal break, they can do anything. They can introduce characters. They can do this. So we're going to get, because like you said, like what if's next? Hawkeye is after that. She-Hulk is after that. What is next after that? Like we're going to have multiple TV shows coming out, probably to the point where it's going to be like once a month, and then we're going to be getting movies after movies after movies. Like we're going to have so much MCU now that we're not even going to know what to do with it.
Yeah, some people. I like the after Endgame. I feel MCU's over. I'm good. You know what I mean? No, it's not. The thing just started. There's so much you can do now. You know, and I see some shows even now talk about, well, you don't have the main Thor and all these guys anymore. You know, it's not going to be the same. Like, no, these new characters are going to carry it. Go ahead. What are you going to say? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, nothing. Like, and I don't know. Like, you have like Abomination showing up in Shang-Chi. With the She-Hulk TV show coming out, I really, really, really think they're going to be pushing like kind of a Thunderbolts type thing in a way.
Yeah, that's still in the works. That's still in the works. You know what I mean? We can talk about that a little bit when we talk about Black Widow, but that's still in the works. You know what I mean? Missing Link said Immortus. That was the suit he came out in, went off the elevator. Immortus. That was the suit.
But who knows? Like, because as like you've seen with Loki variants, they wear a lot of the same thing. So what if it's just this Immortus does eventually come into play here? So like I'm still hoping for that Immortus, because this would be He Who Remains, and then Immortus comes in and they just have kind of the same attire, but like altered a bit.
Missing Link. Yeah, that's what I was thinking after Doctor Strange. You're right on that.
Missing Link should jump on when we invite guests on.
There are also versions of Kang related to Doom. Yeah, I heard of that. I did hear of that. The Quantum Mania. Yeah, this is It's insane, man. You can go a long time just talking about all this stuff. Since the MCU has taken liberty with comics, I wanted the older alternative Tony Stark to be Kang, jumping timeline to timeline, taking out the Avengers for letting him die in the end game. Okay. You get dark there, huh, Eric?
Yeah, I think Eric should not just be an artist, but a writer too. Like,
it was a legend. Yeah. So yeah, we enjoyed it. We have so much to talk about. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna invite some people in and all that. Station as always, Tiger Station. Thanks for joining us.
Resource correspondence.
And we'll see where that goes. But we'll take the quick break, and if we have a little time, we'll have some show and tell. You know what I mean? That might be in the works, depending on how this goes.
I did bring some show and tell, so I'm ready. I brought some this time.
All right, so we'll do that before we do more talking, because I'm afraid that talking's gonna keep going all the way up to Robbie's show, start of his show, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You know what I'm saying?
Taking a quick 15-minute break, and we'll be back.
Maybe him. I won't. I'll entertain you until he comes back. You know what I mean? But station, everyone. See you soon. Let me click the right one. Hello, everyone. We're back. We're back again. Guess who's back? We are back. Boop, 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 boop. Phable Station, my man. Station. Station, I didn't get to say hi to a few people. Sheena's still here with us. Station. Station. John Thomas. Station, my man. Station. I'm
Can't
going
wait to
backward.
chat with him on Saturday for an
Shane.
upcoming Chatting with the Comic Community. JT, the AI will be with me this Saturday, chatting with me.
I was gonna feel talking to an AI. I don't. I don't know.
I don't know. He showed up in the video chat last night with us. It was a little weird at first, but he got it all figured out how to AI correctly.
Hardcore Station. You know what I'm saying? Who else is up in here? We do have ourselves a guest, but you want to do a show and tell? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
our guest.
before I get into the show and tell, I just want to shout out that Phable has an upcoming show on Instagram this Tuesday with Justin from No Good Comics and another guest that you'll have to just find out and tune in. I'm not sure about the time. Phable, if you're in the chat right now, let us know the time that you will be live on Instagram this Tuesday.
This is the Wednesday Phable show, but this is his show. It'll be on Tuesday. He's got something awesome going on. Can't wait to see. I'll be working, but I can't wait to see it on the rewind and all that. Nice thing I could watch during my break because I love it. And yeah, man, I'm pretty excited to get Justin up in there, with us finally, with somebody. I don't know if he's been on the Chamorro show, but I'm hoping to see him, some more of him with us. I know he's busy. He does a lot of shows and all that. And then of course, speaking of that, I have a few future shows happening. I might as well talk about it now. I know we have a show to do and a lot of stuff to talk about real quick. But I have something special happening next month, and that's who I can put it with our guy. There's a live on YouTube, Everything Wrestling Talk with Brother Joe. You know what I mean? August 13th, 2021, 6 p.m. Eastern. Me, Brother Joe. We might have Sam from Sam's Tangle Web's gonna join us too. Maybe another person might join us. But we're gonna talk all things wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I've been wanting to do this with him a week before SummerSlam, the second biggest event of wrestling. WWE is still the biggest wrestling. AEW is catching up and all these other ones, but WWE is champ right now still. And can't wait to talk. He's got so many good stuff, so many memorabilia, so much magazines and all that. I can't wait to have the conversation. It's a show. He's gonna be the star of the show. I'm just gonna be there, just at all like.
I'm so excited to see what he has to pull out because like this guy has been around. Like I'm just gonna say it right now. This guy has gotten so many autographs from so many different people, but he probably has like the most autographs ever from wrestling.
Yeah, forget it, man. He's amazing because him and Bobby are like a tag team. They go to conventions. Like Bobby get the comic book stuff, and even though Brother Joe is into comics, we got a lot to do with that about that. But we talk more about our origin story with him, with the Bad Batch, with that show. Something everybody can look forward to. And of course, after that, can't wait, brother. You're awesome, bro. We love you. Sister Joe is awesome too. Station, Bobby,
Yeah,
all those
and
guys.
Sister Joe, if you're watching, make sure to check out what I'm going to do for show and tell because I have something here that you'll be interested to know that I actually got. I will be reading here soon.
Heck yeah. I had something else going on here, and I can't find my thumbnail. Oh yeah, the day right after free comic book day. After I had fun with Brother Joe, Sam and them talk about wrestling. I'll be on Dylan's show, bro. Dylan's horror show. You know what I mean? My man Dylan, Robbie, his co-host, and all that. Great Saturday night show they put up. Jeepers Creepers 1 through 3. I'll be discussing it with them. I already have I showed it before. It's somewhere around here. I got the Blu-rays. I'm ready to watch them. Ready to talk. I'm very excited. I'm a big Dylan fan. Big show of his show. Anything horror, just go to that show. the best horror show ever, man. That I mean, maybe I'm a little biased, but he is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait. I know you've been on his show, so you know how exciting it is to be on that show. You know what I mean?
I was on it. I was on it for Riding the Bullet, Maximum Overdrive, and Needful Things, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I have that show. We got some more stuff going, but I'll do some more plugging. Of course, tomorrow I'll just say it. I got an AOK from Dank. I already showed it on Sam's show. So if anybody who saw it got to see it. But if you didn't, I might do a quick show tomorrow. It might be random. I'll promote it tomorrow. But you know, special AOK unboxing. It won't be an unboxing because I already unboxed it, but I'm gonna show what he got. It was an amazing group of comics he sent me. He's too kind. He's doing it with our guy TM here. He loves the Bad Batch and all that, and he just wanted not just the Bad Batch, the community all together. You know what I mean? And I can't freaking wait. I want to show it. I hope Dank gets to see it. And go ahead.
That's funny that you say that because like that's part of my show and tell. Is like I brought some stuff that Dank sent me in an AOK. I do have an AOK video that I did post, but I want to show it off here as well. So
nice. So we're gonna do your show and tell, or do I bring my guests in first, or you want to do a show and tell real quick?
I'll do a show and tell right quick. I'll do a show and tell right quick.
I'm gonna do your show and tell, and then I'll do mine, and then my guest behind. We're gonna bring you in, but I'm gonna bring you in style with a little plug-in with it. So hang in tight back there, Mr. Nerdy. I'll give you the whole solo. I usually like to put myself in the side, but it's all about you right now. What did you get this week, or what do you want to show us? Oh wait! Before I do that, hold on. I did a
show and tell.
You know exactly what I did. Bad Herman, bad Herm. Show and tell. That beautiful sight, gorgeous.
Show and tell with TM Nerdy.
With TM Nerdy has taken over the whole show.
All right, like I already said, this is like it was a thing from Dank, and then he sent me a little bit more, like Youngblood #2. He sent me 2 issues of it, and then as well as
Station Jennifer. My bad.
Station.
I didn't get to say Station to her earlier.
But he sent me, because he knows I love Image.
Yeah,
Savage Dragon #1.
That's the very first one.
Newsprint. And the thing is, I do have this, but it's direct print. So I now have a newsstand and a direct of Savage Dragon #1, the first issue. But not only that, he's also sent me #2.
No shit, bro.
Not just #2.
That's a volume 1 too.
#3. So I have 1, 2, and 3 of Savage Dragon. He also sent me The Wicked and the Divine issue #1.
The Wicked and the Divine! Sorry.
Yeah, so if you guys know, Eric Durant's a while back sent me an AOK for The Wicked and the Divine. Actually, to be honest with you, tomorrow there will be a trade paperback review that is going to be up of the first volume of The Wicked and the Divine. He knows that I love it, so he ended up getting me the first issue and the variant cover. So I am super pumped for that. And then speaking of The Wicked and the Divine, I did get volume 3, and I'll be reading that. So Sister Joe, if you're watching, I will be reading The Wicked and the Divine volume 3 here soon. And then also, I got Blue and Green by Ram V. Yes. It was sent to me by John's Comics for Kids. I ended up winning it on the at-home edition on Comic Wars, but he also sent me issue 1 to 5 of Wind. I read those. It's now on my pull list. And then to end it off, speaking of Eric the Stash Durant, he sent me a birthday present, and I am 2 issues into this, so 3 issues left, but I'm really, really enjoying it, and that is Little Bird. So this is like it's like a Canadian story. It's how Canada is the best. No, I'm just kidding. but not, but kind of.
I say a lot of, I talk a lot of crap, but I love my Canadian friends. You know what I mean? Our guy TM, our brother, we always like to mess with.
But I do like this. It's actually inside the trade paperback. In the back, there is the variant cover. It showed this, and I really enjoyed it when I saw it. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. So I'm really happy that Dank sent me this. So station to Dank, you're one of the best. And station to Eric, you're another one of the best. And then might as well say, Brother Joe and Sister Joe, you guys are also the best. Thank you for bringing me into your family. I also want to say station to my dad, Sam, from Sam's Tangled Web.
Oh man, is that good? You got some more? We love show and tell, man. That's what we're all about.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Thank it's worth it. I agree. That was amazing. That's why I want to do a separate video for Thank tomorrow. It'll be alive. It'll be, I don't know where people will be missing it, watching on the rewind. You know what I'm saying? But sometime tomorrow, whenever I get a chance, because I do work tomorrow night. Monday nights I might start working. So boo. But that's a problem for another day. But
I also just want to say this too. Magic Lasso will be on Comigories tomorrow night. If you guys are free, go check it out. And Herm will be right back. It's that time where he pops out and then pops back in. But yeah, our friend, because he's a friend of the Bad Batch, like Phable, myself, Herm, he will be on Comigories, the Olympics tomorrow night. So go cheer Magic Lasso on, or just go cheer on who you like, or who has the best cover on Comigories Olympics, because that's just an all-time fun event. I'm going to be on there August 3rd, so come cheer me on. I'm coming and I'm bringing my A game.
All right. So a little plug there while my phone kicked me out again. You know what I mean? It's about that time anyway, so I'm back.
That's what I said. I was like, it's about that time.
So before we bring in our guest, I'm gonna show a little show and tell that our next guest is gonna I guess you're gonna probably eventually guess who it is. But we having a show, our monthly show. We having two of them because one of them we have a special guest. The next week, I think was it August 9th, would be our original show for the Amazing Collector Show, because August 2nd we got a special guest, man. It has been confirmed with me that Omar from Near Mint Condition will be on our show. Special guest, the Uncanny Omar from Near Condition. I know I already said that, but I'm very excited just announcing this. Me and Fargate, who are still new to the omnibus game, still new to the whole collect show and all that. This will be our third show, monthly show, and I'm so excited. Can't wait to see him there.
I keep saying August 3rd that I'll be on Comigories. I'm going to be on Comigories August 2nd at 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right, so yeah, we be off the
Yeah, because I was just like, what? I was thinking that. I was just like, August 2nd. I was like, isn't that a Sunday? Because I was thinking August 3rd was the Monday. I was like, don't we have a show on August 2nd?
Yeah, our show will be at 7 p.m. Eastern. We might move it to a little earlier than that. I'll confirm all the timing when the time gets a little bit closer, but I'm excited for him. And while I do that, I'll do my show and tell real quick. It's not going to be long. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, this was an AOK from Fargate sending me some awesome trades. And right here, one of them is Road to War of Kings right here. A nice little trade right here with the Inhumans and all that. I'm pretty interested to read more about the Inhumans. The only ones that I read the most is the Donny Cates Death of the Inhuman one. That's the one I read the most. So I don't know a whole lot about them, but I get to read about some of it here. And thanks for this. I love me the trades. Just a lot more on my backlog to add up. And of course, the next one, me and Sam will cover Civil War one day. But this is the road to the Civil War, before what happened in Civil War. So I get to read this real quick, and then read the Civil War part. There's a lot of tie-ins. I'm probably not going to read all the tie-ins right away, maybe the future. But this is a good way to start. I thought we talked about it. He sent it to me. Thank you so much. Real quick. And then this is the Spectacular Spider-Man. This is the magazine. I'm not sure if it's both magazines. So back in 1968, Stan Lee and John Romita brought out a Spectacular Spider-Man before the other series. The one that people mostly know is probably Volume 2, if they even call it that. But this was a magazine size that they wanted to come out with from that time. This is not the original one. This is just a print of it that came out in 2002 with John Romita up in there and all that. And it's in black and white because that's how they did it. Magazine size. And later on, they put it into comic book size. But me loving Spider-Man, this is awesome to have a version of this. And last but not least, the Valerian and Loreline Hostage of Ultilium. Bleh. I can't even say that right. Everybody knows I messed up. But this is like an old school magazine size. I guess like the movie was based on, I don't know if it's based on this, but you know, they made a movie on it. I don't know if you've seen it, TM. But nice little AOK. Love this AOK. Thank you so much, Mr. Bruce, Mr. Fargate. And without further ado, let's add our guy.
Hey.
What's going on, Fargate?
What's
How
up?
you doing, bro?
Pretty good.
Nothing much, man. Just here, like, pretty excited about our future show. I don't want to talk too much about it.
Sure. The only one thing I was going to mention is August 2nd, the first Monday of the month, is probably going to be dedicated mainly to talking to Omar. And we're thinking about moving the monthly show to the second Monday of the month, August 9th. That way our monthly hauls, pre-order shipments, and the pre-orders will be up on the website. By then, sometimes they're not up there until a few days into the month. So we'll let you know. But we're thinking about moving the show to the second Monday of the month, August 9th. The real show. So August 2nd will probably just be a Omar show. It'll probably be a short show.
Yeah, probably, but I'll be excited. You never know. Omar likes to talk too, so it might go a little
he likes to talk shit. You know, he might start drinking and cursing. So who knows? Might be interesting.
I hope not. This is a family show, but I'm gonna have to.
All right, so it's not like After Dark.
And not after. But yeah, so you have something to show us? What is?
Okay, I went to what's called the Dallas Card Show Saturday, and yeah, they had a lot of sports trading cards in the main area, but I didn't know that they had a little smaller room and they had a few comic book artists in the room there. And as soon as I walked in, the first thing I saw was, I saw an artist there called Tony Rodriguez.
You want me to show
signing stuff.
You want me to pop in the extra?
Well, whatever you have. I was sharing the little video, 5-minute video where I interview him. I don't know if you want me to show that, but this
hold on, let me remove
was in the video, which is on my Instagram site. You show the original art. So he does the variant cover for Barbaric #1, and I got him to sign it. I don't know. Can you see that without the glare?
Yeah, we can see a good portion of it.
So that was a surprise. Oh, and I don't know if you guys know it. He does interior layouts for Straw Dogs, which I know you guys are all raving about. So that was a neat surprise. So I tried to do a live stream on Instagram, and it was like herky jerky. So I went back and filmed like a 5-minute video that I uploaded on my Instagram site, which I can play now, but if we have time. But anyway, and also they had these little cards there. I guess he's a member of this OMG. What are they called? Here, let me show this. So he's also a member of the Acritas Comics, and they have these OMG books, which I show them in that little 5-minute video too. I kind of interview them briefly about this Acritas Comics, and I guess this is one of Tony Rodriguez's covers for the OMG book they do. And I guess this is something else he did. So now, so I have a little, the other thing I'm sharing with Herm just shows a picture that I took, but there's a video on my Instagram where I did a little 5-minute interview. I don't know if you want to play it. That's up to you. But I have something else that's related to what I sent you. That was that Valerian book. So the guy who wrote that book wrote a lot of Valerian comics. And the movie Valerian that was directed by the same director as Fifth Element, what's his name? Les Bisson? I forget. It was based on these books. So I already had volume 1 of the complete collection. And I just got in the mail today volume 2. And it says, the saga that inspired Luc Besson's new movie. And then volume 3. So
nice.
What I sent you was some story later in the storyline. They're reprinting these issues in these oversized hardcover deluxe. So if you like the movie Valerian, these are the books that the movie's based on, and it was done in French, so obviously they retranslated it to English, but they were French comics. So,
all right, you want to show the video real quick?
Yeah, if you don't mind, it's like 5. It's like we don't have to play the whole thing, but I can.
All right, real quick. Let me add it again. Stream. Let me add it again. Add to the stream. There we go.
Yeah, hold on. Let me unmute it. And get past this part. So there he is. Tony Rodriguez is sitting there. And I noticed, hey, I just got that book, Barbaric.
That's awesome, man. I haven't been to a con, so this is all like new to me. What are you acting him? Anybody want to jump on? StreamYard link is now down below. TM just dropped it. Want to join us? Say hello real quick. Talk about the show. If you have a show and tell. All right, you're signing some Simpson pop figures. I'm loving that. Yeah, it is very low. We could stop this. Anybody who wants to continue?
Watch it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Turn it up as much as you want.
Ooh, you're loud there. Let me remove this real quick. So yeah. Anybody who wants to watch that whole interview, go to Fargate's Instagram, and yeah, man, I have all that in the description below of everybody, TM and all that, the Bad Bats and all that up in there. Yeah, man. Anybody who wants to join us, I'm gonna drop the link below yet again to see if anybody want to join us, talk about Loki or anything like that. Yeah, man. Fargate, did you see Black Widow?
Yes, I did.
All right. Before we say anything, I'm gonna throw spoilers down below. Spoilers on the Black Widow. We're not gonna go too deep into the Black Widow, real quick, and I'm also probably gonna ask you a little bit about Loki too, to see what you thought. But we'll do Black Widow first because I kind of want to talk about Black Widow and all that. As soon as I was trying to find a thumbnail for spoilers yet again. Yeah. So yeah, Black Widow. Real quick, saw it Monday night. Few of you saw it. What is your guys' general impression of it? You want to go first, Bruce?
Sure. Yeah, I saw it last week too, and it was pretty good. There was a lot of action in it. I mean, someone was saying there wasn't. I saw some review that said, "Oh, there's not a lot of action." I said 80% of the movie's action. It was awesome. I mean, yeah, I was a little disappointed. Maybe they didn't spend more time with her training in the Red Room when she was younger. They kind of glossed over that a little bit. But Red Guardian, the new Black Widow girl, and the lady plays the mother, the fake mother. I guess at the beginning of the movie. Spoiler. Can I do spoilers? Natasha is whatever 10. I don't know. It looks like she's 10 years old, and she's got a younger sister and a mother and father, and they're all speaking perfect English, and they're living in America. Well, they were a fake family, a fake Russian family, and Red Guardian was doing something for the Soviets, and he did what he was able to accomplish, and they pulled them back to Russia. So Natasha didn't want to go back to Russia because she knew what was back. She had already been through the Red Room. And the younger sister, I don't even think knew she was Russian. So when she went back to Russia with the Natasha, I guess she got thrown in the Red Room. But I don't even know if she was. I think she was born in Russia, but was probably too young to remember it. So she didn't know what was going on. Seemed like Natasha was knowing what's going on. So then they fast forward to right after Civil War, and Black Widow basically goes to Budapest, whatever pronunciation you want to use, and she's on the run, basically. If you remember Civil War, she's a criminal. She didn't sign the cards, and she helped Captain America's on the run, and the other guys are in that prison. So she, if I remember right, at the very beginning of the movie, her sister she's a member of all the other. There's the whole group of Black Widow women still around. They call themselves Black Widows. They're a group of Black Widows, basically. Just like Natasha. So they're still working for someone, doing whatever. And at the beginning of the movie, Yelena, is that the name of the younger sister? She betrays someone who helped her out and steals a container of a bunch of red. It looks like super serum, but it's red. So you don't know what that is. But I guess you find out that is what they inject the current Black Widows with to kind of control them. So she sends it to Natasha in America, and then they send people to take her out because she doesn't know she has it because it just showed up in the mail. Doesn't know what it is, but there's a tracker on it. So other bad guys show up and try to take out Black Widow, and then she goes and finds her sister and her fake family, father and mother. And the father is Red Guardian, who's in prison for like the last 30 years. And basically, the goal is to go. There's a person who's responsible for recruiting and touching her sister into the Black Widows, and she thought she killed him, and he had a daughter. And if you remember in Avengers, she was talking about she had a lot of red in her ledger and killing kids. So they kind of show a scene where she blows up a building with this guy and his young daughter, and that's what she was talking about. I think in the first Avengers movie to Hawkeye, about having a lot of blood, and he mentioned something about blowing some kids up or something. So anyway, they end up breaking out their father, the Red Guardian, and they track down the mother, and she's kind of part of this organization. And it turns out the guy that she tried to kill was still alive, and so basically they want to take him out because they're pissed off at him, and he's got this big supervillain plan, of course, and so they go after him and to take him out and free the other Black Widows, yada yada. And so what else? So it had a lot of action. I like the interaction with the fake family, Red Guardian and the mother, who was Rachel Weisz, the actress from the Mummy movies.
Yep, that was her.
And I believe her younger sister, Yelena, I've seen her in a few movies, like Little Women.
She was in Fighting with the Family. She played Paige.
I remember when I first saw her as one of the girls in the Little Women book movie, based on the movie, and I don't know where else, but I had seen her before. So she looks like she's going to be a good replacement for Black Widow. And the ending, I was kind of like a little disappointed with the ending. It's kind of like Black Widow kind of gets one of the Avengers planes back, and she's going to go find Captain America and help him free the guys in prison. So she kind of goes and takes off, and it's like, wait. I said, then they kind of do the end scene credits with the younger sister years later after Black Widow is, quote, spoiler, dead. And it kind of sets up, there's a character that showed up in Captain America and Winter Soldier TV show. You know what I'm talking about? The one who recruits the U.S. agent guy at the very end in the TV show. Well, she shows up at the end of the Black Widow movie and recruits Yelena. So I don't know if that's going to be like Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers or something.
She's already working for her at this time, and then she comes and gives her new target, and then says that this is the guy who killed your sister.
Yeah, Hawkeye was the one to kill you, which I guess sets up the Hawkeye movie, where she's probably going to go after Hawkeye, but then Hawkeye's training his daughter. So, but then I don't know, is Hawkeye going to turn her around and convince her he didn't have anything to do with her death, and he's going to lead some new team, Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts or
Thunderbolts is coming, but I think West Coast Avengers is also coming.
Or Young Avengers or whatever. Might be setting that up.
Young Avengers won't be for a while. I think the sooner one that we'll get is probably a Thunderbolts nod or possible Thunderbolts team in a way, and that's what that woman is kind of setting up.
I haven't read the issues, but yeah, at some point doesn't Hawkeye lead a team of Thunderbolts? Not the original Thunderbolts, but at some version of Thunderbolts later on, I believe it's going to be like a suicide. Maybe it'll be like a Suicide Squad. Yeah. He leads the West Coast Avengers, but then I read somewhere that he also at one point took over the Thunderbolts, but I may be wrong about that. I haven't read the issues. So we'll see.
White Vision now, so there could be West Coast Avengers coming as well. So
yeah, that's a possibility too.
I wasn't sure I wanted to go through the whole synopsis, but that was pretty good. I was just saying, like, general, what you thought. Because I kind of like wanted to do a separate show on the Black Widow. I was thinking about that.
Well, I rambled, so you can do a better version of what I just did. That was the rough draft.
Yeah.
And Loki, you want my comments on Loki? I guess you saw them in the chat.
In a minute. Pump the brakes, because I want to say I enjoyed the movie. I thought the action was great. I love the family, because even though it's fake family, they were a family. Even that's how Yelena saw it as. To her, it was a family. You know what I mean? That's how
all she ever knew, right?
Yeah, that's all she ever knew. And then if you see her get mad about that and all that, and then I enjoy the movie. I know a lot of. I don't want to say we got no spoilers, but I don't want to say too much about Taskmaster, because there is a spoiler.
Yes, that's a big twist.
Yeah, so I will let people watch more of the movie. I know we gave up already a lot in this. I wasn't trying to do that, but it's all good. Hopefully, like when most people saw it and all that, when it comes out on Disney Plus a few months later, and I can watch it, we can all watch it again. Maybe we'll do a show on that movie, because I did enjoy it. I want to do a show on that movie. But I enjoyed the whole action. Scarlett Johansson was great. The White Widow was great. So she knocked it out of the park. Trying to like make fun of her whole holes and all that. That was fun. And then she tried to do it. She's like, "Ooh, I feel icky about that." You know what I mean? So yeah, I thought she was great. I thought who else stole the show? I love the Red Guardian.
He was great.
He was so good. It's so funny. Him being the bad father, because you could tell he cared, and by showing he cared, he said some stupid story when what's her name? Yolana?
Yeah, he had an obsession with Captain America.
Mad. Yeah. He was obsessed with Captain America. And then he's like, yeah, I fought. And then when he was in jail, they were like, he wasn't even out of the ice yet. You know what I mean?
He kept on asking her, like, did he say anything about me? Did he say anything about me?
Yeah. So
he's like, you cry, little baby.
Yeah, and then that end scene, of course, you see, Yolanda going over to the grave where Natasha is, grieving with the little dog. All the references, the jokes, and all that. I thought it was great. A great start off to the MCU movies. You got action, you got emotion, and then all the actors did a great job. Like you said, the actress from The Mummy, and then everything was great. I enjoyed it. People already gave it a backlog. We'll give it a backlog in a minute, but go ahead, Bruce.
So, I don't know about you, but it looks like to me that they still have a possibility of a sequel with Scarlett Johansson. They can show, because she goes off to go hook up with Captain America, so they could show her they could bring back Captain America briefly and show her helping him out to get the guys out of the prison who are in prison.
Well, and at this point, after Loki, they can bring back.
Yeah, they can bring back anyone.
Black Widow.
They can retcon everything. They can bring back Captain America, Tony Stark, whatever they want to do. And I'm sure they are going to bring back Tony Stark, Captain America, at least for cameos. And they might just show up for one little scene in some future movie, but I bet they bring both those actors back. Or it's a flashback. They could do it like the sequel to this Black Widow. They could bring back Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans just, to play the part again for a sequel to Black Widow.
No, all that is open. I don't know if they'll bring them all back. I don't know if Iron Man will come back and all that, but they could. The sky's the limit what they could do now that with the Loki show. Quick, Travis, what's your overall impression of Black Widow?
I enjoyed it. Like, people that said it came out way too late and stuff. It's all right. You just go into it just as it's standalone movie about Black Widow and how she grew up, and you get to learn a lot. And it was really fun discovering Black Widow in this way and how she grew up and a little bit of backstory. Yeah, we all know that she died in Endgame, but this was still a very good standalone movie. It did have really good action in it. I like the whole family dynamic of how them being a fake family but growing up with each other, and they end up helping each other out in the end. And I really, really enjoyed it. So I'd probably give it a little higher than Stefan did. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5 backlogs.
Anybody in the chats who haven't voted, how many backlogs? You give it a
Herm.
4. Bruce, what'd you give it? What'd you give Black Widow?
I would say 4 out of 5 too. And I also have a suggestion. Go back and watch Civil War and then go watch Black Widow right after it. You know, it might make it even better.
They could just throw them on the timeline like they did.
At this point, you can watch whatever order you want.
Yeah. So I give it a 4.5 backlog. So I enjoyed it so much with the lady and all that. You know, it wasn't quite a 5, but it didn't need to be for me. It's the first MCU movie back that we get to see. I saw it with the lady in the theater. I was very excited to finally be in there watching the movie. So it met my expectations. I went in there with an open mind, and I enjoyed it. So that's what I give it. Let's go real quick to the chats real quick. Let me see. It jumped on me. A few people voted already. Let me see if I can get them. Where'd it go?
I'll tell everyone to put their ratings out there again.
No, I see missing links at 3.5 out of 5. That's still really good. Really good. Who else? I know Eric did one earlier, but I can't find his rating right now. Right here, right next to him. He said Black Widow was really surprising to me. 4.5 out of 5. Eric agrees with me. So very good, very good. Anybody else rated it? Anybody else up on here? I guess not. So I guess Eric says Natasha Romanoff, perfect family. Yeah, I love that whole thing. I guess it's an average rating of 4.69, dude.
6.6.
They're going to bring back the old New York rap. Bobby said. Natasha Romanoff said that. All right. Of course, Missing Link says Don Toretto started the family. It's a family. We're a family. So, yeah, I'll take the spoiler out because that's the end of the Black Widow talk for now. Maybe like when the movie comes out, Disney Plus, we go into more spoilers and all that. I just wanted to talk about it real quick. Mr. Fargate, what you think of Loki?
So, the last episode was there was a lot of dialogue, a lot of back and forth, which was a little bit too long, in my opinion, and he was a little bit too goofy, but so I was a little disappointed with it, and the way they ended it. It's like, wait, so I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, that's still pretty good.
I didn't hate it. I just didn't love it.
Yeah, understandable. Not for everybody to love it. You know what I mean? Some people did, some people didn't. I just love how they set everything up and all that. Just the way people want it. People want some Kang in there. They got him. Whether he's the real one or not, variant, whatever. He's in there.
They accomplished setting up Kang or a future version of Kang and whatever they want to do in the future, retcons or bring people back. They accomplished their goal.
They really did. That's it from that. I was hoping we get a few. I'm gonna set the invite one more time. We have a few minutes left before Robbie starts. Less than a half hour.
So, did you read Sinister War yet?
No, I have not. It's next in my thing. I haven't had time.
Very good.
Really busy last few days. You like
really
it?
Good. Very good. Good start. Good start. I haven't even read issue 70 yet, which, because it's part of my pre-order haul. So, but I don't think much happened in issue 70.
Issue 70 pretty much set up.
There's some setup.
That right there.
Yeah. So I still need to read that.
To that one. I thought it was pretty good. I think issue 70 was pretty good.
Have you been reading this?
Yes. Yeah, I haven't read that one yet, but yes, I've been reading it.
the artwork in this last issue was terrible. And I said, is it the same artist as the previous issues? And he goes, yeah. But man, it looked like he rushed it, man. It's like, ugh. I said, I think I could draw better than that. I said, I think I could draw better than that. I did not like the art in this issue. So, anyhow. And then, I don't know if you got this, Beyond the Breach. It's the number one issue. You know, it was okay. Robbie was talking it up, and I read it, and it was okay. You know, Robbie loves everything independent, thinks it's the greatest thing in the world, but it was okay. Not as good. Barbaric, the week before, was a lot better. I thought. Oh. Yeah. I'm still reading Undiscovered Country by Snyder.
Undiscovered Country? Yeah. I dropped it, then I bought it back in my poll, and I'm not dropping it ever since. I still got I'm like 4 or 5 issues behind, but I'm going to catch up eventually.
I finished reading this, the 80th anniversary Green Arrow, a bunch of short stories. I'm not a big Green Arrow fan. Never really collected Green Arrow. Meh. It was.
Do you think somebody like me would like it? Because I like the show and all that. Did it look like a little bit like that, or did
the best story was the very last one where there was no words and it was just like Denny O'Neil, his son, wrote it. But it's like Denny Neal, you know, who just recently passed. They kind of showed highlights of his different career, and then him at the end with all his creations surrounding him around his death, you know, when he was on his deathbed. So that was probably the best story. It didn't even have any writing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would. If you're trying to save money, I would pass on it.
All right. I already have it coming in the mail. So
just because we just saw someone in the Loki show, I had picked up this Marvel Masterworks volume 14, and it's issues Avengers 129 through 135 in giant size numbers 2 through 4. And I see one of the giant size is the wedding of Scarlet Witch and Vision. And then I think there's a big Kang storyline. It's not his first appearance, but there's a big return of Kang in this. So I haven't read it yet. But I figured it was relevant since we just saw one of his versions in Loki.
All right. Awesome. So I didn't read anything the last couple of days. We're kind of busy because I worked like 2 nights in a row, and then I went to my mom's and all that. And tomorrow starts another couple of nights in a row before New Comic Day. I was studying for this show, studying for the next show. So tomorrow morning I'll probably finally get to read some of my poll and all that. But I can't wait to read them, man. I love reading my books. I mean, as much as I love buying them and how great them look, how great the art looks and all that, and the covers, I love to read them. So Travis, you read anything lately or anything?
Yeah, 5 issues. The first 5 issues of Wind. I'll be getting my comics this week, and but like I said, I'll be reading the 3rd volume of Wicked and Divine. And I'll be finishing up Little Bird before I get to the Wicked and Divine. So 2 issues in, it's pretty interesting in that, like a plague has come over the world and that, and everybody's trying to be like, oh, the God will save us. God, like we have to figure out this, and then yeah.
You want to?
I'm only 2 issues in. So.
Did you read the last 7 issues of this?
Well, yeah, next week? That's done. Like, and then I'll probably get the 2nd compendium because, catch up on the series and stuff, and then I have the comics from that on. So
we got such a visitor.
What's going on, fellas?
Better late than never.
Yeah,
it's time for some.
I'm out.
Thanks, man.
No, where you going?
Uh-oh.
It's time for some Blame Phable show. Get a little
How you
piece
guys
of it
doing?
before Wednesday or Tuesday. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We enjoy ourselves watching the shows. I don't know if you watch the show at all, but you know what I mean?
Oh, I gotta ask
Just
Fable. What have you been reading lately? Because I know you've been reading stuff and you've been catching up on a lot of stuff, man. What have you
wait,
been reading?
you read comics?
Yeah. I know. It's crazy, right?
Is that for
That's what
reading?
No,
Wait,
I just
reading?
collect
dude, he
covers and
falls
stuff.
so much behind because he picks up so much. Like that's why. Like anybody would like fall so behind if he picked up as much as Fable did.
I caught up on Thor. I caught up on Immortal Hulk. Caught up on Way of X. I caught up on what's the other one? X Corp. Caught up on that. Yeah, I caught up on a lot of things, man. Everything I'm reading is pretty good, probably except X Corp. Kind of a little
agree.
boring, but
That's Kentucky.
I enjoyed Immortal Hulk a lot. I enjoyed Thor. I really like Thor, man. I mean, this issue was, a little slowdown, but I like the whole what they did with what's his name, the alter
Donald Blake.
ego, Donald. Oh
Donald
man,
Blake.
that was great.
It
Yeah,
was so
that was
good, bro.
fantastic. Yeah,
So good. I love that.
I
love
really
that.
like that. Yeah, I hope he comes back. I hope he becomes like a top villain for Thor, because that would be awesome on the screen. You know what I mean? That would make fans go crazy. So, Immortal Hulk is also good. It's really psychedelic. It really gets into your mind. It talks about all this like personality switching and all this nutty stuff. But it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Hey,
Station, Bobby. Hardcore
Bobby!
Station.
Right on, man. Right on.
We got
It's a
our
group
man
here, man.
Bobby up
What are you
in here.
wearing? Are you wearing the Loki helmet, man?
We got a Loki variant
We got
on our show.
Loki in the show.
Can I have your autograph, sir?
He's a variant.
Yeah, you got alligator Loki, you got old school Loki, and now you got ghetto Loki.
Ghetto Loki.
Ghetto Loki. Bobby Del Loki.
Yeah.
Loki. Nice,
Loki
nice,
Della
man.
Ghetto.
Hey, Babo, what's going on, bro? How you been?
Enjoying the show, fellas. I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody and say howdy, howdy.
Hardcore Station, my man. You know what I'm saying?
Hardcore Station to all my variants out there. Hell yeah.
Oh,
How you
Lord.
go? Station, how you go? Yeah, man. So, Phable, you want to keep going, or you good so far?
That's it. That's that's all I caught up on. Getting started on Strange Academy. I'm gonna try to get caught up on that if I can. Black Widow, Captain Marvel. I got a lot of Marvel stuff I gotta get on the backlog. But luckily, comic books. Once you get started, you could bang out a good 5 to 10 if you're if you got the time and the will. So you could catch up on your backlog quick if you're diligent.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the Beta Ray Bell series. Get to read that.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
read the
good.
first issue. Yeah.
Oh man, it's a quick read, man.
Man.
But it's so good. Go ahead. You like what?
No, I like Danny Warren Johnson, man. Danny Warren Johnson, The Dead Earth, the Beta Ray Bill. Everybody seems to be liking. I read the first issue. I like it myself. I even picked up. Have you guys been messing with Skybound 10 at all?
I have them. I just picked up the second one, but I haven't read it yet.
Well,
You read them?
issue 3 is doing a variant for it, so I'm picking that up.
Yeah, man. I have that one. I'm like, hopefully it's in my, because I was late on that one.
I still haven't gotten my books from last Wednesday.
Yeah, I heard you say that. Do you think it has a lot to do with the shortage? Because I think it might have something to do with that, with the back. Because when you order through online, you get them back and boarded.
Yeah,
And
something's weird. Yeah, because they said they processed it, but they didn't give me a tracking. And then the books that are coming out this Wednesday, they processed that. So if they come, they might come at the same exact time, and then like the Blame Phable show is gonna be ridiculous.
It's the Blame Phable day. That's what it'll be. The whole day. That's what the show's canceled.
It'd be stuck on that show and like it would just play over my show with Talkie.
Play with my show after that.
All day event. Go 6 hours on Instagram. We'll have to have our phones plugged in the entire time. They might burn out. Who knows? We'll see.
Oh, my phone died. I gotta go to my iPad. My iPad died. I gotta go to my other device.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh guys, I'll be right back. TM's jumping on, and I just let the live feed run with nobody on there. And I'm watching TM.
Bobby, have you been reading anything? Anything you like to?
No, I haven't been. I've been purchasing, but I haven't been reading. I've been backlogging. I got everything on backlog. But if I could, I wanted to show this one off. I was working on this one. I did one of those die cut covers. Yeah. I don't know if
oh man, your die cut covers are sick.
Yes, I love it. I love it, man.
I'm working on that one.
Awesome.
Now, yeah.
It is.
I like it.
Aren't you going to a Kansas City Comic-Con here soon?
Yes, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting geared up. I can't wait and stuff. Right, it's been a while, so I can't wait. Yeah.
So if anybody is going to the same con that, like, what is the con name?
It's called Planet Comic-Con. It's in Kansas City. Yeah, it's Kansas City, Missouri. It's going to be August 20th through the 22nd. Yeah, 3-day con be down there. Yeah, and
so
you know more about it than I do, TM.
Oh yeah, like there's gonna be like supernatural guests on there. Like I was looking it all up. I was like, oh my god, you're gonna meet this guy. You're gonna meet this guy. So if you meet Bobby at the con, if you're going to the same con, or you see Brother Joe or Sister Joe, give them a big station for me.
Station.
Hell yeah. Yo, I'll be there. You know, I'll be wearing my mask. Yeah, I'll be easy to find. Yeah.
Station.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Station.
Hi, Mom. Sorry, my mom stationed my mom real quick. She was stationing everybody yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Station.
Yeah, man, it was nice talking with her yesterday.
Yeah. So, okay, you backlogging. That's good. That's good. But you gotta eventually read your books. You know what I'm saying? So, all that specking, Bobby. I see what you're doing.
I got a few of my SIGs right here in front of me. If I can show a couple of them off real quick.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Of course.
Man.
Here we go. Let me put you back.
Let's see, man. Let's see. Let me get in my grab
I
bag
think
here.
we should big screen him.
As soon as he's ready, I'll big screen my man. You ready? Let us know, man.
I'm just reaching in. Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah. This is a Deadpool. It's signed by Colin Bunn and Mark Bagley.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope. Colin Bunn.
Yeah, and then they followed up on this one. I got Colin Bunn and Bagley on that one. When you walked in on these Comic-Cons, you know, I mean, now they want to. A lot of the guys, they look at you like you're going to turn around and sell it on eBay. So they're like, I'll personalize it for free, but if you want it just with my name on it, they're going to charge you $5. So I'm like, man, you better personalize it. You know what I mean? I'll take it to Bob. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But then after a while, I came back and he just signed his name. Like, there's a Bagley right here on this Fantastic Four beauty. Yeah, this one. This was like the final issue. And it's got a big old nice Bagley right across the front there. Right. Boom. And you got all your Marvel characters all on there. Yeah, I just love that. Yeah. And Scotty Young, like I said, he's gonna be there this year. I got his SIG on this one. It's a light field cover of the FF, but it's a Deadpool story. Yeah. There's a Scotty Young signature. Yeah, hopefully he's going to be there again this year. I'm hoping to meet him again.
That's dope.
So are you going to be picking up that You Love in the Dark by Scotty Young and
Oh,
bringing it
yeah.
to the con?
You was telling me, yeah, that's coming out in the August 4th. So yeah, I'm hoping to pick that up. Yeah.
Yeah, my lady loves some Scotty Young, so she'd love to hear that. We'll have to get an autograph too one day, Scotty Young. She loves him.
That's a Batman black and white. It's got my man Doug Mankey. Yeah, I got his sig there. And there's some of that beautiful Batman black and white art. Yeah.
Who did that one? Mankey?
Yeah, Doug Mankey. Yeah.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I just wanted to share a little bit with you guys, man. Good to see everybody. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday out there.
Heck yeah, man.
Heck yeah.
Totally appreciate that, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Coming on, showing up some goodness. You know what I mean? A little sneak peek.
Come on, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a little sneak peek.
Hardcore station, man.
Hardcore
station, brother.
Like Bravo.
Love you guys, man. I'll catch you on the flip side.
All right,
bro. Peace.
I'll call you tonight, Bobby.
Yep.
Station.
For sure.
Yep. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. You know what I mean? A little bit of a taste of what you get in the hashtag Blame Phable show, usually on Wednesday afternoons. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that where people just showing some wonderful books. You know what I mean? I'm hoping this Wednesday I can get up in time and join you guys if you don't have too many guests.
No, you're not invited.
Few things to show. You know what I mean? So I'll just knock the door open. You know, I'll be like,
right.
I'm in, man. I'm in,
man.
I guess I could say who's coming on, right? Just
if you want to, man.
Everybody
right here.
Pumped up, yeah, man.
Heck
so
yeah.
We're gonna have me and TM. You know, we do our show on IG on Wednesdays, 1:30 p.m. as part of Whiplash Wednesday. And this Wednesday, we're going to have none other than Dale of Suspense. So tune in. We're going to check what Dale has. You know, Dale messes with figures and things like that. So it's going to be a good one. I hope to see everybody there because I know all of you guys have IG accounts because I'm subbed up to all of you.
And if anybody knows Dale of Suspense and that him and his daughter put on videos together sometimes and they banter between each other and it's so funny and so adorable. Like, I'm hoping she shows up too because the two of them together is just a great pairing and dynamic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. Me and TM always have a lot of fun. So, you know, whatever guest comes on, they end up getting our energy. And, you know, and when Herm jumps on, forget it. Herm comes out with the sound effects and the energy and it gets crazy in there. I love it. Oh,
man, it's one of my going on your show is one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, man,
and live stream, bro. It was so much fun. We're 10 minutes left in the show before Robbie's show, but we got a sneak peek of what you're gonna get next month because I guess he couldn't wait. And boom,
another mass vigilante. Oh my lord.
Your brother was just here.
Big Herm getting ready to enter the Money in the Bank match.
August 13th.
But after that, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. August the 13th.
August 13th.
That's going to be Black Friday for you, brother. Black Friday.
Match.
Hey, Brother Joe, what are you doing here? Hey, answer me. What are you doing here?
I'm invading.
It doesn't matter what you're doing here.
I'm invading NWO, baby.
I see that lux in your eye, Brother Joe, and I'll get you August 13th. You're all mine, brother. Insane.
Woohoo! Yeah. Don't do it. Don't put Mrs. Reyes in between us. I can't stand no mega powers right now.
I see that lust in your eyes, brother.
Station brothers, I'm watching Money in the Bank. I just jumped in to say, hey, All right,
Nice, man.
Station.
See you August
Oh, Sister
13th,
Joe, I
brother.
love her.
Brother Joe,
Joe.
brought to you by Bacon.
Bacon. Lucha Libre.
You feed bacon to a pig and then feed it to you. Get that pig up on in there.
Coming out from behind the curtain. Oh, man. All right, guys, we got a few minutes left. I just want to say thank you, everyone, for joining us. I mean, coming to clutch, going in here, having a lot of fun talking comics. Thank you, Bruce. Sorry, Fargate. Thank you for coming in here. Phable, clutch again. You know what I'm saying? Ninth inning.
You know how we do, man.
Hit a homer. You know, TM, me and TM totally appreciate that. Bobby, of course. You know what I mean? Hardcore station to him.
And then a secret little entrance and like a first appearance literally on YouTube. Literally a first appearance just happened moments ago with Brother Joe making his appearance.
Well, is it a first appearance or is it a cameo?
Oh, good freaking point, man. Was it a first appearance or a cameo? Right. Let the chat decide.
Let the chat
decide.
Fargate with the steel chair.
Fargate with the steel chair.
They had a wonderful. We got us a Bad Batch. We get lucky. We get to backseat stage the passes for the show with TM and Tacky. You guys had a great conversation, and I can't freaking wait for Wednesday for people to the public to see it, because it was different, unique, but so good. I think you guys could have went for another hour. You know what I mean? That's how good
actually, you know what? I'm just going to tell you this, and Talkie will let you know this. We ended the show, and we literally sat there for an hour and chatted in the backstage. And we're like, oh, okay.
Part two right there. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So it was that good, guys. I enjoy knowing Tacky even more through that sit down. That's why TM does those sit downs, so we could get to know the community a little more. You know, we all different, but we all love the same thing, comics. Right. So yeah, man, can't wait to see that. And of course, before we leave, you want to mention anything else, TM, before we leave? We only have like a few minutes before Robbie gets mad at us.
No, just go follow James Parrish. He's the guy that is like upcoming Kickstarter. It drops this Tuesday. I was able to read the first 3 issues of them. I really, really enjoyed them. I know I was able to show the art, a little bit of the art with some people, and they said they really enjoyed the art. Really good story. It does have a little bit of a message of PTSD and downshifting personality traits. So, but it's not preachy about it.
All right. Of course, tomorrow I'm gonna do random. Well, don't know what time. I'll be going and doing a little quick video for Dank, because he nice. Okay. You know what I mean? I did unbox it already, but I'm gonna show it because I showed it on Sam's show. I'm gonna show it again. I'm gonna enjoy. And tomorrow we'll do some more. I'll do some more plugging. We did a lot of plugging on this show. We didn't need to replug everything again, but I figure I showed that. I appreciate that. Mr. Fargate, anything you want to tell us coming up for you before we get out of here?
I just put the link to my Instagram site that has the complete video of the Tone Rodriguez interview. Cover artist, variant cover artist of Barbaric #1, interior layouts of Stray Dogs, and other stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, man, that should be good. Anybody wants to watch that, know that, check out my man Fargate. We all putting great content. Check out everybody in the Bad Batch. You know, you guys already know Whiplash Wednesday. We always talk about it, and I always have a hard time popping up Whiplash Wednesday, Phable. You know what I'm saying? Blame Phable, chatting with the community. We talked about Nick earlier. You know what I mean? Myself and Sam going over Nick Spencer. Chamorro Cinema is gonna have Cryo Prime, and then we talk about toys, collectors, and fun. Hold My Beer show. You know what I'm saying? That's the nickname for it. You know what I mean?
Hold My Beer.
Hold My Beer show. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? And then every once in a while, we don't know when it's gonna happen. There's a reason why he's called this. But my man Missing Link, he has a channel too in the Instagram. Somebody put it up in the chat for us or not. It will be in the box and the link below. All the Bad Batch, Fargate, everything you can, all this content will be down in the link description down below whenever I can learn how to talk. And of course, everybody knows I always take forever to end my shows because I love this. I hate to end shows because I love everybody. I want to do this all night, but we can't because Robbie will kick my ass. And
3 minutes. 3 minute countdown.
That's why I got my lovely monthly co-host reminding me. You know what I'm saying? So,
hurry up,
guys. Thank you so much.
Station.
Join us next week. Next week, me and TM will finally finish the grand finale of the company, 44 to 50. Can't wait. I always love to go over that with TM. I love that book.
That's gonna
finale. Gonna be good. Join us next week. Join us during the week. Just check us out, man. It's so much fun. We get hyped. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get hyped. You know what I mean? And as always, peace out, Station. Till next time, guys.
Station.
Station.
Station.